Hi, I'm Emily Hancock from the Training Barn, and I'm up here in the Midlands doing a fine art equine shoot. I've been thinking about photographing Aaron and his horses for quite some time now. Aaron trains horses to do tricks, and he's always up for a photo shoot, which is amazing. And so I've come up with some different concepts today to create some amazing images. And we've just had a look around Aaron's yard and found a few different locations to use. So we're going to set up some backdrops and lights. This shoot today is all about professional development for me. So my aim today is to experiment, one, with my kit, two, with the horses, and to see how far we can push things, and hopefully come out the other side with some great images. I'll just walk you through the kit that I'm using today. So I've got my medium format Leica camera, which I absolutely adore. I've had it now for a couple of years, and I just love the quality of it and the depth that you get from the images. The Nikon that I shoot with as well, I use more for the speed. I love both cameras, but certainly the Leica is my favourite, although I just like to shoot with both of them so that I've got the flexibility and can use both cameras to the best of their abilities and have an option at the end of the shoot when I look back at images. So I'm shooting on a 70mm prime on my Leica, which is a gorgeous lens, and I'm shooting on the 24-70 on the Nikon. Unlike my other commissioned work, where I'd prefer to shoot on a 70-200, on these types of shoots, I just like to give myself more space. So that's why I'm shooting around the 70mm mark. The other thing we're using today is studio lighting. We need the extra power. Speed lights just wouldn't cut it for what we're doing today. So that's pretty much it for the kit. What are we looking at? Oh, it's probably, I think we're going to probably need the back. By the time the horse is rearing.
Probably pass me up camera light stands.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So can you just check that the horse fits in between the two and there's a bit of gap either side?
Yeah, well, you know the two that you've got, like, where the letter is? On the face.
Oh, here, yeah.
He fits quite well between the post either side of the letters.
That one and... No.
One nearest you and then one in for Stuart.
Yeah, fine. So between that one and... Yes, so I think yes.
Is that as wide as it goes?
No. We could go wider.
The only thing, I don't know from your perspective, but the only thing I'm thinking of is the horse might not do the good trick.
Yeah.
Exactly in the middle of the canvas.
Yes.
So the more time we've got to
Yes.
mess it up and then they finally do the good trick.
Yes, yeah. So...
I'd like to be more self-confident. I'll do it exactly.
Stu, do you think we've got enough in the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to do it again?
He's the biggest trick horse, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the others are prettier, but
Yes.
they don't know very much.
Yes, yeah. No, I think he would look good platted, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It will just make him look a bit smarter. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's start with him. And how long have we realistically got him for? Attention and...
Like, just short, he can do like 3 short...
Sessions?
Yeah, like
okay.
in a day, 3 or 4 or
Okay, cool.
5.
Yeah.
It's
3 or 4 or 5.
Just a short nurse and then have a break and then
Fine.
go again and
Fine.
again and again. If that
Fine.
makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. let me grab the 2 jump poles, because I think if we stood a jump pole straight up, attach the fabric to it, then the fabric we can pull under here, which will and gaffer tape it to the fence or whatever.
It's going to be really high, isn't it?
Attach the fabric and let it drop down.
Okay.
If in doubt, always use gaffer tape. There we go. Anything from here, Stu? Yeah? So I said to, should we go and get a load of rubber, or I'll go with him. Do you want to set up the lights? And we'll put some rubber matting down. Okay, so let's... Yeah, but if you can imagine a horse standing on here, we're going to get the full hoof. A horse standing on here is potentially going to dig in a bit, you know, and we're going to lose bits of hoof, aren't we?
Okay, yeah. So you have a cleaner line to Photoshop
A cleaner line around the horse's hoof.
Yeah, okay.
So what... my question is, how wide a space do you need that you can control the horse on?
What, how deep?
Yes, how far coming out? And do we need to put the rubber mattings right up against here? One to keep this from...
No,
and then another line.
No, I would put the rubber matting just on the edge to
Yeah.
hold that down, and then put like a tyre at each.
Okay, and is that going to be safe though?
Yeah, fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't want any horses getting twisted in fabric.
Yeah, no, well, it's not the end of the world. Like that's why I had that white sheet out.
Okay, because you've...
they're cantering and it ties them up. They stop and...
Oh, did that work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yesterday. So, okay, it's not great if you pulls the whole thing down, but...
No. As long as, yeah. Okay. Fine.
Photographer head off and then you're tough.
Yeah. Okay, so we've just finished setting up the background, although there's a few more tweaks to do. But basically, I originally came up with an idea of an image I wanted to create, and it's been on the back burner for a few months now. I've been going over it in my mind, how I can do it, what horses to use, what people to use, and this is all part of my professional development. So it's something that I'm doing off my own back. It's not specifically for a client. It's something I want to produce. So managed to find the right models and the right guy to do the tricks with the horse. And we've come up to his place and we've just for the last sort of couple of hours now been rigging this background up. Now with these sorts of shoots often there is no budget and that is the case today. So we have not got all big fancy backdrops and kit to make this really easy. We're having to sort of put it together and just suck it and see, and it is going to work, but it's we're going to just have to see what happens, and if we need to sort of make adjustments as we're going through, then that's what will happen. But I've got my assistant who's just setting up all the lights, testing out that everything's working and that we can start shooting, and when we bring the horse in we can just get going as soon as possible. So we've put up a black background of sorts and put some rubber matting in front, and that's going to give us a nice background where it's going to be pretty clean. We're going to eliminate all ambient light anyway, so we're just about ready to get going, and hopefully the wind is not going to be too bad, the horse is going to stay chilled out, and we'll just have to play it by ear and roll with it. Yay! There was definitely a shake of the head. Huh?
Oh, hang on. We need to start shooting then, because that sun's just
Yeah.
constantly moving around. Go on, no, you do it.
Okay, Aaron, because the sun's come round now, we're on a bit of a tighter schedule because the more it comes round, the worse it's going to get. So when you're ready to bring... Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's...
So I can shoot like that, can't I?
Yeah.
Because we've got so much height now,
Yeah.
I can actually get lower.
Yeah. So let's do some close-ups.
Yeah,
And then leave the full-length stuff till this evening.
fine.
Cool.
Okay.
What else? Oh yeah. Mark, do you think, just in case he gets scared, do you think we should have Josh and you maybe with a flag or something by each light? Because he's going to run into the corners if he gets scared.
Yeah.
So if there was a person in each corner with a flag, you could just help him avoid the wires and stuff.
I always said I wanted what looks like a big production. This sort of ticks those boxes.
Or he can be that way, and
We move the lights.
Or we move the lights and he comes from behind the lights, and then there is the cable.
Yeah, he can't go over the cable, can he?
Well, he can go on it, but he couldn't trip on it.
And not take it the whole lot with him, you know.
Yeah.
So why don't we just...
I mean, if you try it like this. And then
Yeah, try it.
And then we could bring...
So safety is always top of my mind when I'm doing one of these shoots. Horses are unpredictable, and we never know quite what's going to happen on a shoot. So I always have real open and clear communication with the client as to what they feel comfortable with, because they know their horses far better than I do. Well, I don't really know their horses at all. So things like the background, the rubber matting, the lighting, I need to make sure that they understand what I want, but at the same time I understand from a safety perspective how much room they need and what their horse is likely to do whilst in that situation. So I have really good insurance, so if anything were to happen, we're all covered. But you probably heard me earlier having a chat with Aaron about how much space his horse needed and whether the background was going to scare him and whatnot. So it's really important at least to have the conversation with your client about safety and to make sure that the horse and all the people in the production are as safe as possible. So are we going to be able to take his halter off?
I just haven't had it.
Okay, yeah, do what you need to do, and then we can